The idea of the armor of God is this, and I just want to do a little preliminary stuff because half of the class here hasn't been here for the other sessions. But, the armor of God, why study the armor of God? The armor of God is not going to help us crucify the flesh. The armor of God is not going to help us go through the 8 steps of perfection that we find in Peter's epistle. The armor of God, its expressed intention, its expressed purpose, as highlighted for us in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 to 12, is to protect us against the wiles of the devil. It's a critical doctrine for the last days. We've been going through, the Lord had spoken to me last year, as a matter of fact, and had told me about the 4 major conflicts that existed throughout the ages, and we've been going through them in this study here. The first was in the garden, where there was the confrontation between the enemy and Eve, and then there is the battle with Job, the conflict that existed in the book of Job, and then there is the temptation of Christ. These are 3 of the 4 major conflicts that are historical, that have already taken place, where the enemy, it's as though the rock is pulled back and you get to see all of the creeping things underneath it. The enemy exposes himself through his words. Just as Christ exposes himself through the Beatitudes, his very teaching, his very doctrine is revealed because of his speech is revealed. We understand the heart of God because we read the Beatitudes. It's revealed to us what God is all about. The same thing is true when the enemy speaks. You understand what he's all about by his speech. And, a man or a child even is known by his speech, his fruits. And so these conflicts are critical for us to understand. They're critical for us to study, not to magnify the enemy in any way, shape, or form, but that the saint of God might understand the reason the armor of God is essential in our day.